In this lesson, we're going to take a look at writing some equations of quadratic functions if we're given some certain information. So first, in part A, we're given that a parabola has a vertex at 4, 0, and a y-intercept of 0, 16. So in standard form, y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where k is the vertex. So in this case, h is 4 and k is 0. And we find an equation y is equal to a times the quantity x minus 4 squared plus 0, or just y equals a times x minus 4 squared. Next, we need to determine a, which is the leading coefficient. And to do that, we're going to take a look at another point on the graph that we're given, the y-intercept, and we'll substitute 0 for x and 16 for y, and solve this equation for a. So we have 16 equals a times negative 4 squared, or 16 equals 16a, and then divide both sides by 16. So a is just 1. So we will just substitute 1 for a and then simplify if possible. And that gives us the equation y is equal to 1 times the quantity x minus 4 squared, or just x minus 4 squared. And another option is to square the binomial, and we get x squared minus 8x plus 16. And let's try another example. This second parabola has a vertex of negative 3, 5, and passes through the point negative 1, negative 3. Okay, so we'll start like we did on the last example, where we're going to substitute the coordinates of the vertex for h and k. In this case, h is negative 3 and k is 5. Next, we need to determine a, the leading coefficient. So we're going to use another point that we're given. In this case, it's at negative 1, negative 3, and substitute negative 1 for x and negative 3 for y. And we'll solve this equation for a. So we have negative 3 is equal to negative 1 plus 3, which is 2 squared, or 4a plus 5. And continue solving. So we would subtract 5 from each side and then divide by 4. And that gives us that a is negative 2. And lastly, we're going to rewrite this equation. It'll look very similar to this form, where a is negative 2. So y is equal to negative 2 times the quantity x plus 3 squared plus 5, or convert it to general form. So to do that, we're going to use the order of operations, and so we'll square first, and that gives us x squared plus 6x plus 9. Distribute the negative 2, which is negative 2x squared minus 12x minus 18, and then bring down the plus 5. And lastly, combine like terms, and we have negative 2x squared minus 12x minus 13.